Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
GTA 6. Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be going over the top 15 things that GTA 6 needs in order to be the most successful GTA game ever. And in other words as well, the best game of all time. A game that can top other franchises, that would make this game undoubtedly and undebatable the best. I'm so excited to get into this video, guys, so let's just get into it right now. So guys, coming in at number 1, the thing I believe that Rockstar Games need to implement into GTA 6 the most is parkour. And I'm not talking about Assassin's Creed parkour. Now, when I say parkour, I do not mean where our character is a highly trained parkour expert like an Assassin's Creed, where the world is our playground, where we can quite literally scale a building in under 5 seconds and do all kinds of back ejects and grasp where you can catch on to things, and even like this where you jump down and catch on. As much as I would love that, that's not what I'm asking for, because I know it'll probably be a little out of its place for GTA 6, especially for GTA franchise as a whole, but climbing from trees to trees and doing climbs like this would be, I guess, yes, again, out of its place. But what I'm asking for is maybe something a little Watch Dogs 2 like. And by the way, guys, every person's footage that is using this video will be linked in the description, so you guys can see their video and their channel. So again, maybe not exactly like Assassin's Creed, because that is like pure parkour expert, and that is, I guess, it wouldn't maybe fit GTA 6, I guess. And of course, their parkour is very extreme. It's very advanced. But what I'm mostly going for is maybe something Watch Dogs 2 like. So just like in Assassin's Creed, I do not mean the exact same thing for Watch Dogs 2, because unlike in Watch Dogs 2, you can't climb buildings exactly like an assassin can in Assassin's Creed. But that may be due to the architecture, but that's for another day. But in Watch Dogs 2, the main protagonist, Marcus Holloway, is a parkour expert, where he is able to do some phenomenal parkour moves that are truly outstanding. And he is able to do backflips, Kong vaults, dash vaults, all type of parkour moves, as well as even a Superman dive. And what I'm getting at is, I don't mean maybe exactly at this level, as again, as awesome as it would be, I'm not saying that our GTA 6 character should be able to do these vaults where I'm able to do backflip and do a Superman dive. But what I would love to do is something maybe similar to Watch Dogs 2, maybe above a Watch Dogs 1 level, but below Watch Dogs 2 Watch Dogs 2 level, so in the middle of that, where our character is still able to do some running and climbing and some grabbing onto things, but I guess so it could make sense and basically not be excessive, which I hate to use that word because I don't think any parkour would be excessive, but for the sake of the video and for the GTA 6, I don't mean where our character is excessively good at parkour, right? Maybe some mechanics where our character, where if somebody wanted to, they could try to make a parkour video in GTA 6. That would be really amazing. And maybe something super where they can vault over something and maybe climb onto something. Again, definitely better than GTA 5's mechanics, but of course, maybe not as good as Watch Dogs 2 or Assassin's Creed. And similar to this, what I'm trying to get at is, mechanic-wise, in GTA 4, there was something like this with mantling, and I'm going to show you guys that right now, and I would love for a Rockstar to implement this into GTA 6 and maybe to build on it, because it was a phenomenal mechanic that I have no idea why they would ever get rid of. And yeah, let me show you guys out right now, because I find it very interesting. So in GTA 4, Rockstar Games added a mantling mechanic. I do not know why they would ever get rid of this mechanic. Maybe they didn't think it was important enough. Maybe people didn't give it enough attention as it should have been. But this is my gameplay, and if it doesn't show it the best, you guys can find other videos on YouTube. There's one that's called GTA 4, and that guy did show the mechanic really well, him like scaling buildings in a way. He was on a building, and he literally jumped off the building onto another building and grabbed on. It was really cool. But this is my gameplay, just trying to show that you can grasp onto a nearby wall like this, just like that, and you can also do it when you're far away or from above a level, and that's what I was really trying to show in this gameplay here. And I think this mechanic is so well, because you can use it in really fun situations and even useful situations. There are times where if you jump off something and you think you're gonna die, and then your character actually grabs on. I think that is absolutely amazing, and it does make it where you can do some level of parkour. Now, what I love, and right here also, you can also grab onto, maybe not a climbable surface, but you can still grasp onto things when you jump up. And that was an accidental, by the way. And what I would love for Rockstar to do is to do something like this and just advance it. Give us a mix and match of maybe Watch Dogs 1 level parkour, since it is very, very basic, but it's like enough to run around, I guess. But again, I'm not really a fan of Watch Dogs 1 parkour at all. It's like the bare minimum of being able to move around and jump over something. So if we were able to get maybe a Watch Dogs 1 mixed with GTA 4 and then a sprinkle of Watch Dogs 2, that would be so phenomenal. And again, just enough where our character can do some level of mild parkour, maybe smaller than minor, and to just be able to, so we can have some fun running around the city. Because in GTA 4, a lot of your free roam is just walking around or running around. I would love to have some running and climbing around, or running and jumping around. That is what I would love to see from GTA 4. And again, also just to mention, parkour is such a huge mechanic in video games. That is one of the reasons why Assassin's Creed is one of the most notable games of all time, and that is why Watch Dogs 2, even though it is the most underrated video game of all time, that is what makes Watch Dogs 2 such a powerful game, is their parkour mechanic. It's just such a fun thing that makes it where you feel like you can do anything, because the GTA franchise is a game that is known for feeling like you can practically do anything, just is doing anything, really. That's what GTA kind of is what it's known for. It's like a real life simulator where you can basically do anything without the consequences. And I feel like, to add on to that real life aspect, parkour would really bring the game to life just a bit more than actually a lot more than what it already feels like. Coming in at the number 2 spot is open interiors. Something that GTA 5 handled very poorly was open interiors. You can go into so little amounts of buildings and places, and it really makes the game feel fake. What we are looking for in the GTA series, is realism. That is why GTA 6 is held at such a high spot, is because it is expected to be the most realistic and immersive GTA out there, and really game out there, the most realistic and immersive game out there. So that's why everybody's so expecting such high things from it. And one of the things that we're expecting is open interiors, because in real life you can go into most places. It makes the game have so much more detail. It proves that the devs put a lot of time into it, and it gives way more depth for the game, more places to look at for the detail, way more places to hide at and to explore and to really interact with. In GTA 4, we have the burger shop where you can literally go in and order food and eat it, and there are so much more that I can show you guys right now. I'm so excited to show you guys. Another very known spot in GTA 4 is Internet Cafe, where you can come in and use a computer, and there's a manager that knows you.
And then he was gone. Until we meet again, Nico.
And probably the most known location in GTA 4 with an open interior is the hospital, and arguably the most fun location. The GTA 4 hospital has so much depth and so much detail to look at. They have posters, they have very comedic and funny posters, they have a vending machine where you can get soda to refill your health, and the amount of detail really is just, again, so much. Again, the posters on the wall with the signs on the wall that are very funny, as well as even the customers. The people that are in the hospital, they reflect real life so well. The people could be sick, they can be sitting down looking bored or with a coffee in their hands. This guy right here and the guy laying down, they're clearly very sick and they're just waiting to be seen. As well as, that's just the entrance, the lobby. In the other parts of the hospital, there are actually other rooms to explore. One of the most original things that I'm sure we have all done is hold a police shootout in the hospital. And you can see there's somebody that is actually sick laying down in a bedroom.
You, stay down, you hear?
In GTA 4, there are 2 other restaurant locations that you can visit, the Cluck and Bell and the Diner. Here, we'll be visiting the diner that is very 80s-like. At this location, you can get a burger.
you? Enjoy your meal, fatso.
That is served to you by a very rude manager.
You want this to get...
Two of the last locations that I'll be showing you to really sell my point on the amount of variety that GTA 4 has for open interiors is the laundromat, an unnamed location on the map that you may recognize from an in-game early mission. This laundromat has so much detail, and even that has the sounds of the washer and dryer going. I actually was at a laundromat recently because I had some thrifted clothes that I wanted to wash, and this really does sound like a laundromat. And it has the soap on the ground, the boxes, and it has so much detail to look at.
Stop touching me!
The signs showing the prices, even the woman standing at the register.
You need to go
This
now.
place has so much to offer, and it really does add so much onto the game and make the game feel so much more fun.
You want this to turn ugly?
One of the last locations with open interiors that I'll be showing you guys is this abandoned casino. This building is very interesting and does have so much detail, really showing that it truly is abandoned and old, with scaffolding, fires for the homeless people that they have used, and as well as broken rock and concrete, these orange gates, and a lot of other things, as well as some weird and obscure items. This building not only leads to the roof, but it also has a great spot where I can demonstrate the mantling. I'm using the RPG because sometimes using the RPG has faster movement.
Hit me, go on, try! They won't burn you.
Coming in at the number 3 spot is picking up things. In GTA 4 and possibly San Andreas, you can pick up things and throw them. You absolutely cannot do this in GTA 5. But in GTA 4, you can do this where you can pick up things such as bricks, cans, canned foods, bottles, and even cell phones. If you push an NPC over while they're on a phone call, you can actually throw it at them. In this clip, I'm throwing it at this food vendor, and most of the time you'll have a very powerful throw where it'll actually knock somebody over. This is a very fun thing to do, and it does also make so much sense. In real life, you can literally pick up something with zero effort and throw it.
Piece of your ass with me, baby.
Coming in at the number 4 spot is Internet Cafe.
Nico, Roman's cousin, you've made my day.
Thanks. Good to see you too.
This is such an awesome feature that they added, and the amount of detail truly boggles my mind because you can do so much. In this, you can surf the internet on these computers, you can check your email and respond to family and friends where you guys actually have a true conversation, as well as deleted spam mail. Something I cannot stress enough about how much this detail truly is just so depth is that you can actually go onto a dating website, find a girl, and actually date her. And you can seriously do this from a computer. And not only that, but they also have, of course, news articles, which is in other games, because of course GTA 5 does have a internet feature, but nothing as deep as this. And with this GTA 4 mechanic as well, you can actually go on and look for ringtones and actually purchase them. The fact that you can respond to emails, use an online dating app, and buy ringtones that you can actually use in-game is so just mind-boggling. Not only do you do all of these things with surfing the internet, you actually use this internet cafe in a game, in a mission, so you can purchase a vehicle from a lady. I do not know why Rockstar Games would ever get rid of something so heavily detailed and realistic as this. It is such a fun thing to play around with. Coming in at number 5 on our list is conversations with NPCs. In Red Dead Redemption 2, you actually have an in-game feature where you can do a greet or antagonize.
Know what I just decided? Not to worry about all this crap. Thought I'd pass that on.
And with this feature, you actually have conversations with the in-game people.
All right. Morning. Nice gun you got there. Damn. You stay safe now. Bye now.
The amount of conversations and combinations you have is so crazy to me, where you can do a mix and match of being angry at somebody, telling somebody good morning, and mixing and matching that.
Morning.
先生，早晨。
This is a fine town.
係啊，係啊，
You be well now.
走先啦。
Not only do you have to talk to the NPCs first, but they can talk to you first.
A very good morning to you. Morning to you.
And now, in Red Dead Redemption 2, seriously the top 3 greatest games of all time, no doubt at all. You can do so much.
Morning. Fine country around here. Aside from the morons who live here.
Yeah, well,
Before this gets any further, I was winding you up.
You take a lot of chances. Holy shit!
Coming at the number 6 spot is crouching. In GTA 4 you can crouch, in GTA 5 you can enter stealth mode. I find crouching better because it is practically like stealth mode. It has all the things it can do. You cannot be seen, meaning you can sneak around. You also can move fast when you sneak, when you're crouching, sorry. And it really just does everything better than the stealth mode. Also, when you're shooting, you can crouch too, which helps increase your aim. In stealth mode for GTA 5, you can also enter stealth mode, but you're standing up. In GTA 4, you can be actually crouching, sitting down when you shoot. I feel like this would be better for GTA 6, so they can implement this, because I'd rather have crouching back than stealth mode. And also, because in GTA 5 it can be used as an advantage, but I'm not sure if it really helps all that much for when you're shooting a player. Even though I used to be the most biggest GTA 5 RNG player, it was very crucial to use. I think taken away, assuming it is an advantage, I'd rather that advantage be taken away and us be having a way more fun mechanic, which is crouching, to be added back. But this isn't the most game-breaking thing. If they did have stealth mode back, I would not be bothered by any means. But one other thing that I would love for them to add back is the rolling to cover. In GTA 5, when you press cover, you just run over and duck down and run over to cover. In GTA 4, you actually dive to that cover, and it's way more faster. That is better, and I'd rather them add that back. At the number 7 spot is the gym. In GTA San Andreas, you can actually go to the gym as a pastime and use this to actually work out and gain muscle to become more fit for your stats. This is such a fun feature and fun pastime, and it really adds onto the game being more realistic, and again, it's super fun. I do not know why Rockstar would ever get rid of this. I wish they would add this back. Coming at the number 8 spot is eating food. In GTA 5, you cannot go anywhere to eat food at all. The only way you do it is as a pastime with friends in the hangout option, and it is a cutscene that you can't even see. It's basically a teleport. In GTA 4 and San Andreas, you can actually go into places and eat. This feature is kind of crucial to a real-life game that reflects real life, and I do not know why they would ever get rid of it. This is very similar, like previously mentioned, to the open interiors aspect, but this is mainly focused on the actual eating aspect, as this will fill up your health, and it is something fun to do as a pastime or to simply explore, or if you want to live your life simply in a game, to really try to act like you're a real person in a game, because that's what these games make you feel like sometimes. So I'd love to see this back in GTA 6 with open variety. Of course, I want the originals of Cluck and Bell, Burger Shot, and the Diner. Maybe not the exact diner, but of course these places. But I think they should also add more. I think it'd be great for the game and something new and refreshing. Kind of new and refreshing. Maybe a bit of like a throwback that should have never gone. At number 9, we have hearing NPC conversations.
They got me lighting up more than ever. Oh, no doubt, son.
They had this in GTA 5 as well, but it is not as immersive as this one or in depth. Their conversations are quick and they're usually 1-word to 2-word answers. In GTA 4, there are some conversations where they actually go back and forth, like these people right here.
Real, my dude, that is real.
Or you do have people that talk to you and yell at you, But I would like also GTA 6 to expand on this,
Oh, that's so.
where we have full-on conversations and we can hear their full-on conversations where they actually make sense and reply to each other. In GTA 5 and sometimes in GTA 4, whenever NPC says something to each other, the next NPC will not really respond that makes sense. They'll just say a one-word answer and it doesn't really connect at all. I would love for GTA 6 to expand on this and make it feel real, because again, in GTA 6 what we're really looking for is the most realistic game. I don't know if this is really exactly my opinion, but GTA again is known as one of the most realistic series, or that's what it's supposed to be, one of the most realistic games out there. To really add on to this game feeling so much like real life would be if we heard some real conversations between NPCs that really made sense. This is also something that Red Dead Redemption 2 handled well, but sometimes NPCs also do the same thing where they kind of, in this game, they actually kind of shrug or like a sound. It's not terrible, of course, and sometimes, of course, NPCs will have a good conversation, but again, similar to the GTA series, the conversations are quick and sometimes do not add up or make sense. What I want from GTA 6 is a great conversation where it is maybe not the most in-depth or like the most serious, just something where if I wanted to, I could just essentially eavesdrop and hear whatever the NPCs of the Miami world are talking about. I think that'd be very interesting for the game. Coming in at the number 10 spot is hair growth. In Red Dead Redemption 2, over time, you can grow your hair on your head and your facial hair. In GTA, they have not implemented this yet, and I am very surprised. In GTA 5, I feel like it probably would have made sense to have added it, but this is 2013, so maybe they just never thought of it. And of course, Red Dead Redemption 2 did come out in 2018, so 5 years later, so maybe they just didn't think about it. But for GTA 6, it is very up to my expectations, and I would assume many others that hair growth will be a thing, because if it is real enough and important enough to be in Red Dead Redemption 2, why would it not be in GTA 6? And just to say this one more time, GTA is supposed to be known as the most realistic game, the most realistic game that can reflect real life. And in real life, hair grows. I think in GTA 6 this should absolutely be a feature, especially not for Lucia's facial hair, but for the hair on her head. And if Jason is a playable character, then especially him, for both hair and facial hair. So this is just number 10 spot. I would love to see this in GTA 6. Coming at number 11 is bonus clothing and mixing and matching. In GTA 5 Online, there is a pretty great amount of clothing, but there is so much that is incompatible. It is very frustrating when I'm trying to put an outfit together and it's incompatible. And as for GTA 5, the amount of variety is very limited. There is not a lot of clothing to choose from at all. So something I love for GTA 6 is for them to, one, add more clothing to the story mode, add more clothing for GTA 5 Online, and for both online and story mode, for there to not be an incompatible feature. That is so annoying and very frustrating and does not make sense. Now, I am not saying I want to layer a t-shirt with a long sleeve with a button up and a jacket and a hoodie with a trench coat. Nothing like that. But if I want to mix and match something, I want to be able to do it. And something that I would also love for them to add is for them to add outfits, like all kinds of outfits, whether it be a police outfit, a fireman outfit, similar to GTA 5. But actually, what? Think of GTA 5 Online's amount of outfits, where it's like an actual outfit category. I want that in story mode, so we can basically do more role playing. If I want to act like a cop, I want to be a cop. And as for that, I want to be responded to as if I'm a cop. Or if I dress up as a policeman, the NPC actually think I'm a policeman. That is something that would actually make this game probably the best of all time. Coming at the number 12 spot is the getting fit or fat feature. In GTA San Andreas, you can actually go to the gym to work out to get fit and muscular, or you can eat a lot at the restaurants to get fat. This is a feature that is so realistic and makes so much sense, and it actually affects your stats. I do not know why Rockstar Games would not have continued this. I would love to see this feature in GTA 6. Now, I'm not going to lie, imagining it, I feel like they're not going to do it. But I think it'd be hilarious. And again, it makes so much more sense. Give you more things to do in story mode. And also, actually, I'm so glad I said that. Something that is basically the downfall of a lot of story mode games is that once you finish story mode, there's nothing else to do in story mode, where you have to run around, look for extra side content, do side missions. But once you complete the game, get all the trophies you want or platinum it, and then complete story mode and get the trophies again, and then do the story mode, side mode content, there is nothing left to do. That is what is so frustrating with story mode, because there's not much to do sometimes. And with GTA 5, there is the Strangers and Freaks, which really does help, and those like random encounters. But after you do all that and do everything and get the collectibles, there's really not much to do. This is why we need more of these small details things, because it gives us more to do. It gives more of the game fun things to do. It makes the game feel more realistic. It gives it more immersion and way more detail. And it would be really fun to have a fat Jason or a fat Lucia, or a really nice fit Lucia and a muscular Jason. This is something that makes so much sense that they should really do, and I'll love for them to do it. Now, coming in at the number 13 spot is the Fight Club in GTA 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony. Now, I do not know why they would not continue this feature. I'm going to say it once and I'm going to say it again. There are so many fun things that GTA 4 has actually added, and I'm not gonna lie, making this video has truly made me realize that GTA 4 is a better game than GTA 5. I've been watching so much GTA 4 content recently, and even before this video I started realizing it just as watching it. And making this video kind of confirmed that thought. GTA 4 is a way better game than GTA 5. And actually all GTA games in the series. GTA 4 is a probably top 5 best game of all time, if not maybe even top 3. Top 5, no doubt. GTA 4 is this Fight Club, and I don't know what is about Fight Clubs in games, but there are two that come to mind: GTA 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony, and Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and this is one of the most fun things to do. To go in and to just fight people. Not to worry about the cops, not to worry about dying, and how to escape or get arrested in the game. It is just so fun to actually have an arena to fight somebody and levels where the higher you go, it progresses and gets more difficult with more players. And even in GTA 4, when you get to around levels 4, 5, and 6, the enemies actually use weapons like knives and baseball bats. This feature is so fun. I want to say it one more time. I'm sorry, guys. It's like an essay. You have to repeat yourself to get your point across. There's only so many things you can say, and it's only so many ways you can say something that you have to repeat yourself. This is such a fun thing to do. It is a great pastime. You feel really immersed with the game. And again, it's also detailed. You're in a ring with people outside the gate. It's also secretive. It's underground. And there's a guard at the front. GTA 4 did this so well, and it is just so fun to fight people. And in Syndicate, it is also very similar. In Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which takes place in Victorian London, they have this where it progresses and you fight, and it gets more difficult each time. I love this feature, and it is incredibly fun, and I would love to see them bringing it back. I also feel like it actually would fit the Miami vibe very perfectly, because in Miami, there's the gangsters, there's also drugs and cartels, things like that. It would make sense that there's a secretive fight club, and again, you know, in the dark depths of the bright night of Miami, because Miami is like a city that doesn't sleep. It's very colorful and it's alive. And of course, once you get to a secret spot underground, it'd be a dark place like this. I think it would fit the vibe and make complete sense. Coming into the second to last spot, number 14, Advanced Fighting. GTA 4 is by far, undoubtedly, and you cannot argue this, the best fighting in all of GTA. One of also the best combat in some might actually in really most of the games I play. Assassin's Creed is a great combat, and a couple other games is great combat, but GTA 4 is actually up there for one of the best games for combat. They actually use military techniques. When you have to press the button for counter, and then you have to press the button to actually do the counter move. So you have to press two buttons, the dodge and then the punch. And of course you do have the regular kick as well as a regular jab and a strong jab. But in GTA 4 you have the counter with the really such cool animations that make you, it feels like you actually feel like you're doing it. It feels so fun to do. It's literally also an in-game achievement to fight people. And right here, I'm trying to demonstrate some of the fun military techniques you can do. And in the last clip, you did the kind of a rare one where you did the kick as a counter. This one, you do this one where you do the behind kick. That's a very common one. And you also have a backhand one. That one's very fun. I love for them to do this and add this to GTA 6 with way more counters where you have to actually fight for a long time to find and discover them all. I would love that. I would love for a game like this. And I think for my gameplay, I'm sure they did this where the characters actually feel different, where if it's a skinnier guy, he's easier to defeat, and if he's a bigger guy, he's harder. I would love for them to add that for GTA 6, because I feel like they did that in GTA 4. It felt like that in the Fight Club, but I would love for that to be even outside of a Fight Club, assuming it's not in GTA 6, or even if it is, even on the streets. I would want somebody to feel like they're more difficult based on the way they look, of course, if one is muscular or bigger or skinnier. I think that'd be amazing for GTA 6 to add, and of course, again, with the fun fighting techniques. In the last spot at number 15, a kidnapping mechanic. Now, I do not actually mean like for kids, but more like adult napping. But I doubt any of you guys expect this for GTA 5, or for me to actually even say that. But in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, there's an actual mechanic that's actually really fun to play around with too. That is kidnapping. You go to an enemy, you press circle from behind or B, and you take them, right? And you actually can basically walk around with them and make you do whatever you need, and you can basically shove them into a back of a carriage and drive them anywhere you need. I think this does fit GTA's aesthetic, vibe, and the game itself, like the core of the game, so well, because of course GTA does have some crazy missions, and there is some kidnapping missions, and this is a game where obviously there's going to be some dark and gritty missions. I think it would fit really well if there was a kidnapping mechanic. I think it'd be very fun and funny to actually be able to kidnap some guy in the game, of course, and to basically kidnap them, where you come up to them, walk up, and you like basically punch them, where you hold them close to you with like a gun or a knife or something, and you can shove them into the back of a car. Or a knockout feature where you knock them out, which I'm sure they have well, I don't think they have. I'm not sure they really exactly have in GTA. I think once you beat somebody, they're technically dead, but where you can knock somebody out, and then you actually shove them into the trunk of a car. And I think they should expand on this there, where it's not only that bland, where you can just like do the action, but more where you do something rather with it. I'm not really sure you could really expand this, but maybe like a feature where you can basically kidnap an enemy and hold them as like a hostage or like a ransom, where you have to make now that gang of that person give you money for that guy back. I think that could fit GTA really well. It could be really a little similar to maybe like a Red Dead Redemption 2 enemy camp. Now, of course, there's a camp where you could basically interfere with the gangs. Now, maybe in GTA 5, there could be some like gangs of Miami, and you could also mess with them. And see, in this gameplay right here, you could grab a guy where you're kidnapping him, or you can knock him out, and then what you do is you can shove them into a carriage. I think it'd be really cool if you have something that's similar to GTA, or similar to Assassin's Creed, where in GTA you do this, where you grab them from behind with a gun or knife, and then shove them into a car. I think that'd be really funny, and they could really do so much with it. Or again, you can mess with gangs, make them hold the enemy for ransom, where they have to give you cash, and it kind of interferes with the Miami gangs. I think that makes so much sense. It'd also be really fun to do content with this, or to really just not even just content, even as when nobody's recording, nobody's live, you're just playing on your own. It'd be so fun to mess around with, because Rockstar Games, they need to make sure they're also adding original and complete brand new things to their game. They can't just only reuse things, because at some point it's going to get old and it's not going to be refreshing, because we've already seen it before. Now, we have seen Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but it would be something that we haven't seen before in GTA 6. And Assassin's Creed Syndicate is a quite not most known game. It's kind of underrated in the series, so it'd probably be completely new to a lot of people. But even if people recognize it from Assassin's Creed Syndicate, this would feel completely new, because one, it would be in a GTA game with new ways to do it, and it would also be different to do it with a vehicle rather than a carriage. I think GTA 6 should really add this, and yeah, that was the 15th reason. So guys, coincidentally, I actually use my favorite games of all time to make this video. You have Watch Dogs 2, GTA 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed, and GTA 5. These are my favorite games of all time. If I were to really replace one, it might be GTA 5 with Fortnite, but that is only just because of the things that GTA 5 lacks. But that is a story for another day. But really, this video almost could have been why GTA 4 is the best game of all time among Watch Dogs 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Because these games truly had some of the most best things that we've ever seen in video game history. Using all these things, as well as some things from GTA 5, I think GTA 6 could be the best game of all time in the history of mankind. I know that is a broad statement, but it really is true. Video games are a fairly new thing, and although there's so many out there, there are only a handful that are really noted as the best of all time and that have truly a high view count to this day. GTA 6 using all these things really could take that #1 spot, and it really could become undoubtable and undebatable, as well as you can't argue it if they add these things, where if somebody tried debating it or somebody tried arguing it, they just seem silly, and honestly, they'd be talking to a wall. I think GTA 6 really should do these things, and these were my top 15 things that they should do. I'm highly excited for GTA 6, and I really think that they should do it. The 15 things that Rockstar Games should add into GTA 6 range from parkour to hair growth to kidnapping, with so many things in between of that. Now, again, parkour should not be as advanced as scaling a 20 feet wall in the span of 5 seconds, and hair growth should not, of course, be as quick as 5 days, and kidnapping should not be as crazy as it might sound. But of course, it would be amazing if they did take these ideas and try to implement them in some way. I do think I brought up some great points of how they could do it, some examples of how they could do it, and I think it really would fit the game so well. And I'm so excited to see what they do for GTA 6, and I really do want to say this, I really do feel like if they added these reasons, I feel like I actually truly had some amazing things that it would be very surprising if somebody disagreed with my reasons. I think that would be crazy. But yeah, guys, I'd just like to tell you that I'm so excited for GTA 6. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.